Hello, everybody. It's me, Phuong Linh here, and today I'm going to talk about how some people could overcome their fear and do some of the most dangerous steps. Well, particularly, this is Michael Hare from a talk. At the beginning of the talk, Michael Hare says she was not born a daredevil. Why do you think she originally saw fear as a stop sign? Well, I think Michael saw fear as a stop sign because many people are taught to avoid dangerous and uncomfortable situations. And like fears usually make us feel unsafe. So we would just mm, like our instincts would make us stop facing it immediately. Plus, when she was younger, she was like, she probably believed that um, fear meant that she would fail in everything and then could not continue. Why do you think identifying our fears clearly can help us grow? When we clearly identify our fears, then they become easier to understand and manage too. So, oh my gosh, this is so bright. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, we could like break them into smaller challenges and this help us grow through like overcoming them. What do you think the amateur's mindset means and why can it be powerful? An amateur's mindset means like being open to everything around, like learning and accepting and overcoming your fears and things like that. And they make you less afraid when facing mistakes. Although you know that these are like some really big mistakes, and the amateur's mindset would help you feel more comfortable in facing them. Which of Michael's challenge do you think required the most courage and why? Well, I think it was like the breath holding underwater stunt. It required like both physical and mental control. Like it needs a lot of courage. Just for me, just staying underwater feels a little bit weird, and she has to keep it for 3 minutes in order to finish that challenge. So that kind of challenge really requires a lot of trust in yourself, training, and self discipline, and things like that. What do you think the advice you can't muscle through, you have to surrender? When this advice means that sometimes just forcing yourself and trying to do like hard work doesn't always work. You have to stay calm and then think of the ways that you could overcome that challenge, and that would actually help you stay in control. Do you agree that fear sometimes means we should go forward? Well, of course, I partly agree with this idea because fear usually shows like something is dangerous to us. And when we feel fear, then we would know that the thing that it affects, would be really important. So if we avoid fear, then we would lose many opportunities to actually grow. However, we still need to be careful because sometimes think logically before taking the risks. How can failure help people achieve a long term success? When you fail, then you have many experiences. You know where you have to improve. And thanks to that failure, then you could achieve a long term success due to like being stronger and having more experiences. Why does courage doesn't mean the absence of fear? Because courage and fear, they have to exist like with each other. When you feel courage, which means that you are scared of something, so it means taking action even when you are afraid. You have to overcome your fear, and that is when you have courage. What is one fear that you would like to confront in your own life? One fear that I would like to confront is like speaking confidently in front of many people because I'm not a very open person. I'm kind of scared of like talking to strangers that much, but I know that practice could help me improve. And right now, I am actually improving after weeks and weeks of talking to strangers. So I think I'm actually improving, and I believe that I could be more confident. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. I have to say that the background today, it's a little bit bright because if I just lower the light, then it would look a little bit like that on my face. So please feel free to comment. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.